Good evening everyone, I am Arup on my YouTube channel English Campaign with Arup. Here we are going to start our first class and we are just finding out the easiest way to learn English language. But you know one thing, that we have two methods to learn English language. That means from our old days we have started this kind of method. The first method that we use in learning English language is translation method. Look at the first one, translation method. In this method we simply learn the grammar first, then we translate the Bengali sentences into English one. That means it becomes really time oriented to us to complete the actually sentence from Bengali to English. That's why it is time oriented and it takes the huge time to respond. Suppose someone is asking you something and if you take too much time to respond, then definitely your reaction will be something odd. So that's why we should not follow this method that is called translation method. Then another method that is very important is native learner method. This method is very important and in this way simply we can enhance our fluency. But in this method some difficulties are there also. What are the difficulties? Because we don't have the sufficient culture to go on with this language actually, because when you are learning a native learner method, that means you need a kind of culture where you can get the English atmosphere, English environment, because and it is, you know, that is very difficult to get in this kind of places. Suppose you are from the Bengal, you cannot get this kind of culture, this kind of environment of English, so that you can go with that language, so that you can practice. Because this method, native learner method, simply says you to use English words, English sentences after hearing the English only. That means you are listening some English songs, you are listening some English movies, then you are learning the language. This is called direct method also. That means we learn the language, that is targeted language, directly. So you cannot get the sufficient culture to learn this language. That's why we should not follow blindly this method also, native learner method. So what my point is that we should not follow the translation method and we should not follow completely the native learner method also. We have to follow between the two. But now you will think that what approach we will take. Okay, yes, I will tell you the right approach that is really beneficial for learning English language. Yes, and I have experimented a huge on that what should be the proper method to learn this language, and I have come to the point, one method that is totally mine and I have experimented on it. So the method that I have discovered for you is TLSM method. That means 3-level system method. Here we have to learn these 3 levels: syntax, words and practice. Syntax means when we come to know the pattern of the sentences. That means each language has its individual structure, individual pattern, and we have to go for this pattern also. Suppose our language is what? Our mother tongue is Bengali. So here we have a kind of formation, we have a kind of structure, particular structure. That's why English has itself its particular structure. That's why we have to know. So first we have to know is that syntax, where we will come to know about the structures of the sentences, about the time of the sentences, that in which time we will use the particular structure. We will learn tense, different kinds of things. I will tell you different things. Okay, and now after that we have to learn words. How will you increase our word stocks? Suppose you have syntaxes, suppose you have formations, structures, you have knowledge in that, but you don't have words. That means you cannot make sentences. That's why at the same time of knowing syntaxes also, along with that you have to know the words. And the last and not the least, that is very important to know, the practice. You have words, you have syntax, but if you are not practicing it, so it's something really very difficult to achieve the goal that you are pursuing. So that's why I will tell you this thing, that is practice is very important. So in the first level, that is syntax, here we will come to know about parts of speech. Okay, then we will know tense, then we will know voice, sentences, clauses and phrases, transformation, etc. That means syntax is very important. We should know the pattern of the sentences, and to know the pattern of the sentences, syntax is very important, and in syntaxes we will come to know about all these facts. So you have got the knowledge of syntaxes. Suppose you have learnt about syntaxes, that means pattern of the sentences, but you need the second thing that is very important, and this is my second level, that is words. That is called vocabulary. But the matter is, how will you increase your vocabulary? To increase your vocabulary, I have some suggestions for you, and definitely it will work on if you follow my suggestions. So first of all, you have to read newspaper. But as you are just beginning this language, you are the beginners of this language, I will tell you to read the newspaper daily. Okay, but it is not possible to read the newspaper daily, that you will buy some newspaper and you will read it daily, because perhaps it can take the whole day. That's why only you have to read the newspaper, Sunday newspaper only. I will tell you to purchase the newspaper from Sunday only, and you can read throughout the week. More thing that we must do is to listen the audiobook from YouTube. You can simply press your buttons on YouTube and you can get the channel audiobook. Okay, and here you will get different stories, and that will be told in English. You can hear it, you can listen English songs, you can watch Hindi movies with English subtitles, different things you have the mobile phone, and you can simply press your buttons and you can get different English channels and different English serials, different English movies you can watch, and you can watch Hollywood movies also. Okay, so there are so many possibilities to learn English language. And the last thing that you have to do is that practice. Okay, our first method was what? That means our first level was syntax. After knowing the syntaxes, we have to go for the words, and then after words we have to go for practice. Suppose you have words, you have syntaxes, everything, but if you are not practicing, this will not be any kind of use. That's why I will tell you to practice daily for 2 hours. Okay, suppose you are reading one passage from newspaper, until and unless you can get some points, some understanding from this passage, you should not leave. You will read it and you will make out one meaning, then you have to leave it. Okay, that means what? You need a madness. You have to be crazy in learning that language. Without having craziness or madness, you cannot go with this language. So I will tell you to practice it daily. Okay, and don't worry about this language. For sometimes, that means for some classes, you can get some boreness from here. You can be bored here, but after that you will get amazed with your classes when you will understand my language, when you will know syntaxes, words, and when you will practice daily. Definitely I can assure you that you will be able to know my lectures, you will be able to know the English language, and then definitely you will be able to speak with someone after practicing hard. Because remember one thing, no pains, no gains. For earning something, for doing something, you need your labor. And friends, I will inform you something. You know that before my videos, I told you that I will upload my videos in both the versions. Really, it is going to be very tough for me that I will upload videos in English version and Bengali versions. That's why it is going to be very tough for me, because it will take a huge time from me. That's why I have decided one thing, to not to upload videos differently. I will upload the English version only, and at the end of the video I will summarize everything in Bengali, and this will be for the benefits for my Bengali friends, because if they are not understanding my lecture, then it will be all in vain. So it is for them. You have to watch my video till the end so that you can understand properly. My Bengali friends will understand definitely completely when they will watch till the end, and when they will watch the Bengali summarization. And friends, don't forget to subscribe my channel, and if you really like my videos, then definitely share it and comment on this, so that I can fructify new videos for you, so that I can produce the updated knowledge, the updated videos for you, so that you can learn the language in the easiest way. Okay, till that time, for the next video, you stay blessed and stay tuned to my channel.